everybody. Welcome to what I consider my hometown, Sayreville, New Jersey. It's also the hometown of one of our big famous locals, John Bon Jovi, which is going to kind of be a title of our little YouTube video, You Can Go Home. Now, as you know, I live in South Carolina for about the last 35 years. This is the last house I lived here in Sayreville, here on Main Street in Sayreville. I apologize for the noise. This is a busy road here, Main Street. It's one of the two main thoroughfares in our town. And we're going to go back into the old-time part of Sayreville, not the new part, the parts that, and I'm going to bring in a friend of mine, Meyer, here in a little bit, of things that we all grew up on. So it's not going to be the current so much, more of the old nostalgia. And as John says in his song here, You Can Go Home. So we're looking at my last house, 610 Main Street. It's a busy road here. I'm sorry if there's noise here. This is the way it always has been. It's a busy thoroughfare. And it was a duplex house. There's a long driveway. You go back to the 70s, how many times I had to help snow plow and dig out some snowstorms so I can get my car out, because that was part of the time I worked in the police department as a dispatcher and on the first aid squad. So we had to kind of get out because we were on call. So I did have some back-breaking times back here as a 17-year-old guy, which I would never be able to do now. But Sayreville back then was a Polish town, I guess you want to say. Really pretty much Polish. Now it's a much more multilingual town. Different sections of Sayreville we're going to talk about. This is Lower Main Street. And people we and Al and I would talk about with our classmates in high school, we delineated where we lived at and played at by our neighborhoods. We were Lower Main Street guys. So you can go downtown to Tangletown, you can go out to the Morgan section, you can go out to the Melrose section, you can go out to Ernst Road and all those areas out there. Harlan.
Laurel Park, Haven Terrace, all those neighborhoods.
That's all part of what makes up Sayreville. Population probably really hasn't changed much from what I heard. It's probably somewhere in 40 to 50,000 people.
It's just under 50,000.
That's the way it was back in our days in the 70s. And the time frame we're talking about in this video is going to be 1970s, because I left New Jersey to go to South Carolina to go to college in 1979. So we're going to follow me down here in a minute. We're going to walk down to what used to be a Polish bakery. You follow me down Sunglow Bakery. My dad occasionally would work here in the back on weekends. Get that fresh rye bread, get that fresh hard rolls, the Polish bakery, babka, cookies. Many years ago it was sold and closed down. Now I understand it's an Indian takeout.
Indian takeout place. Back in the day, on the weekends, particularly on Sunday, you would go to that big door back there.
Yep.
And you went directly to where they baked everything, and they had everything out on racks. It was warm, fresh. That was the most fun. We would walk up, I'm 2 blocks away. I would walk up here, stop at Jenny's, get the newspapers, and stop over here and get the donuts and the rolls.
Back then, what Alan was talking about also, I remember the big brick ovens.
Big ovens.
Hot brick ovens. My dad or the other owner would be sliding in the bread and bring out those loaves of hot rye, donuts. That was on weekends. Weekdays, the front was open this weekend.
Yep.
So this was the place for your sweets and breads right here, Sunglow Bakery.
The Gakowski family lived next door. They owned it.
Yep. So now it's part of the changing culture here in Sayreville. Now it's an Indian takeout. Shaman's Kitchen. But to all of us, it'll always be Sunglow Bakery.
That's right. In fact, the sign only came down about 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, they changed the sign. It was Sunglow Bakery, even when it was closed for 20 years.